Tweed means a rough surface woolen cloth. Okay, and tottering means move in a feeble or unsteady way. So, and what else? Wardrobe, you all are aware of wardrobe, a large tall cupboard or recess in which clothes may be hung or stored. So as the narrator looked that Tricky was wearing a tweed coat, so his wardrobe was full of these coats and also raincoats for rainy days. So here this is proof that Mrs. Pumphrey was a rich lady, as she had a lot of money to spend on her dog. But the narrator knew that soon he would be receiving a call about Tricky falling ill, and it came. Okay, because of the unhealthy diet and no schedule, this happened. The call came after a few days. Mrs. Pumphrey was very upset as Tricky was not eating anything, not even his favorite dishes, and was vomiting frequently. He didn't even want to do anything. ओके बिकॉज उसका कोई रूटीन नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, तो एक्सपेक्टेड कॉल जो था वो कुछ ही दिन बाद आ गया था. एंड मिसेस पम्फ्री वॉज डिस्ट्रॉट. हेयर डिस्ट्रॉट मीन्स very worried and upset. So here Mrs. Pumphrey was very distraught, and Tricky would not eat anything, refused even his favorite dishes, and besides he had bouts of vomiting. He was again and again vomiting, means frequent उसको vomit हो रहे थे. He spent all time lying on a rug, painting, didn't want to go for a walk, didn't want to go to anything, and I had made my plans in advance. The only way was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. I suggest that he be hospitalized for about a fortnight to be kept under observation. So bouts of vomiting, शॉर्ट स्पेल और शॉर्ट इंटरवल पे, मतलब अगेन एंड अगेन काफ़ी तेज़ी से फ्रीक्वेंटली उसको वॉमिट्स हो रहे थे. रग मीन्स मैट या कारपेट. फोर्टनाइट कहते हैं पीरियड ऑफ 15 डेज़ को. ठीक है, एक 15 दिन का जो पीरियड होता है उसको फोर्टनाइट बोलते हैं. तो ट्रिकी की तबीयत ख़राब हो जाती है और बेसिकली वो उसका कुछ खाने का मन नहीं होता. ठीक है, उसको फ्रीक्वेंट वॉमिट्स होने लगते हैं. Being a veterinary doctor, the narrator knew that the only way to get Tricky well was to get him out of the house for a few days. Then he suggested to Mrs. Pumphrey that it would be good to get hospitalized, okay, to get Tricky hospitalized and keep him under observation for 15 days. Means fortnight here means 15 days. So after upon hearing this, Mrs. Pumphrey nearly fainted. उनको इतना लगाव था अपने डॉग से, इतना वो प्यार करती थी अपने डॉग से कि उनको ये सुनकर तो वो फेंट होने लगी थी कि मीन्स उसकी तबीयत ख़राब है, उसको 15 दिन के लिए हॉस्पिटलाइज किया जाएगा और वो उससे इतना दूर कैसे रह पाएंगी. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स कम इन हर माइंड एंड सीरियसली शी वॉज फेंटेड. She was sure that if Tricky did not see her every day, he would surely die. But the narrator kept his word. He told her that this was the only option as Tricky was very ill. The narrator thought it would be best to avoid any delays and get him to the hospital as soon as possible. So he went to their house, and even though Mrs. Pumphrey was crying because she did not want her dog to go go away from her. ओके वो नहीं चाहती थी कि उनका डॉग जो है वो उनसे दूर जाए. तो मिसेस पम्फ्री जो थी बहुत रो रही थी और फिर मिस्टर हीरोइड ने क्या किया, वो उनकी डॉग को उन्होंने लिया, उसका ब्लैंकेट जो है उसको उन्होंने ब्लैंकेट में रैप किया एंड पुट हिम इन दी कार. सो हियर इट इज रिटन, इट इज़ आई थॉट इट्स बेस्ट टू टेक हिम विदाउट डिले एंड फॉलोड बाय मिसेस पम्फ्री वेलिंग. ठीक है, और वो जो है बहुत रो रही थी, बहुत वेल कर रही थी, बहुत चिल्ला रही थी उसके लिए. एंड सडनली व्हाट ही डिड, ही मार्च्ड आउट टू द कार कैरिंग अ लिटिल डॉग रैप्ड इन अ ब्लैंकेट. और फिर मिस्टर हीरोइड ने क्या किया, उसको ट्रिकी को एक ब्लैंकेट में रैप करा और उसको वो गाड़ी में अपनी कार में ले आए. नेक्स्ट पेज. The entire staff was roused and maids rushed in and out bringing his day bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys and rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl. Realizing that my car would never hold all this stuff, I started to drive away. As I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey, with a despairing cry, threw an armful of a little coat through the window. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears.